My name is Brian Hicks, and I'm the President and CEO of HSMAI Global.
Thank you so much for your time here today. Can you tell our viewers just a little bit more about the brand?
Absolutely. So HSMAI is really about fueling sales at the hotels that are part of our membership. We bring in our partners, we bring in obviously hoteliers, and we focus on the commercial aspects, so revenue management, sales, and distribution, digital marketing as well. And bringing those three things together within the commercial discipline, we're really focused on a couple of things. Education, so certification through all those various areas is really important, especially for new generation, new kids that are coming into the industry. And then obviously networking, so an event like this at the Commercial Strategy Conference, where we bring all of those individuals together, have great opportunities for networking, and that really kind of stimulates a lot of, generate a lot of revenue and sales for hotels.
We have events like these across the globe. What can attendees expect from an event, especially this one here in the Middle East?
Yeah, so the great part about our organization is we do have a global reach. And so we look at all the content from across the globe, and then we ask our advisory board members what's most important to them. So we have a big bucket of content that we can choose from. It's all very relative, it's all very current, and then we bring that to our advisory board to ask them what should we cover during these conferences. So there's a lot of discussions around what are those top 10 items that we might want to focus on. And then of course we go out and try to find the best speakers that can provide the best content within those specific areas. So bringing those two things together, we're really able to have kind of a global view of all the challenges within hotel sales, commercial, but then bring it down to the reality of what really matters within my region and what's going to resonate to me as an individual attendee at one of these conferences.
And there have been so many amazing speakers, a lot of insight. What for you has been the greatest takeaway from these 2 days?
I think, my focus coming into this role, one of the areas that I want to focus on is around talent. I've had the pleasure in my career of mentoring and bringing along a lot of people and seeing them get promoted and move into bigger and better roles. And I get a lot of excitement out of that. So the content today, which I thought was really interesting, was a study that's been done around talent that was done by our HSMAI Foundation, and then the work that Professor Scott was talking about the new talent coming in. So there's some really good insights in there around kids that are graduating out of hospitality schools, and after 4 or 5 years, they're actually leaving the industry. So I think that's a big challenge for us. That is a big sign for me that we need to start thinking about how do we keep people in the industry and how do we attract people to the industry. So those are my 2 big takeaways right now. We got to attract more individuals to this amazing industry, especially if you love travel, and we got to keep them in the industry as well.
And you are the 5th CEO in HSMAI's nearly 100-year history.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you hope to achieve in this new chapter of the organization's legacy?
Well, for starters, Bob Gilbert was an amazing CEO for HSMAI for almost 30 years. We really dearly miss him. But he left the organization in extremely great shape. So I am inheriting an amazing organization that has a great roadmap. A lot of what I'm going to be doing is just continuing what he's put into place, right? Which is fantastic. I think what I'll bring to this role that might be a little bit different is a bit more of a global view. Having worked across most of the regions in the world, maybe except for Greater China, I understand a lot of the commercial challenges that hoteliers face when it comes to commercial sales, revenue management, etc. And so I'm hoping to bring a little bit more of a global view and maybe some global solutions then that can be used in some of the individual regions.
Lastly, what's next for HSMAI?
Yeah, I think it's really just a continuation, right? I think we refresh a lot of our content and we also refresh a lot of our certifications. So I think right now we really want to focus on ensuring that our certification process and the information that we're providing and the training and education is relevant, it's current, it's for today, and people really see the value of that certification as they're going through their careers.